Hi friends, so I'm doing a tutorial on a reverse waterfall. So basically what this is you just kind of push this and there's your waterfall. So this is what we're going to be making. So that's my little sample that I have. And what you're going to need is you're going to need one piece of paper cut 4 1/4 by 9 inches. You're going to need one piece cut 4 1/4 by 8 inches. You're going to need 5 cut 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 inches. And you're going to need one 1.5 inches, 1 1/4 inches by 12 inches. That's what you need. It's very, very easy. It's an easy one. So I have pre-cut and I've scored my paper, but I'm gonna go over it again. So this is my 4 1/4 by 9. This is my 4 1/4 by 8. These are my 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. And this is my 1.5 by 12. We're going to put these aside right now. So what you're going to need to do is, let me just pull this out and show you again. I've pre-scored them, but I just want to show y'all. So this is the 4 1/4 by 9 inch, and I scored it at 1/2 inch on one side and 1/2 inch on the other side. Okay. So if you can see this, here's your score and here's your score. Okay. And then your other one, your 4 1/4 by 8, you're going to score it at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1.5 inches, 2 inches, 2.5 inches, and 3 inches. So you're just going to score it. Okay. So that's all the scoring you're going to need to do. I figured I didn't need to kind of do that. But let's go back to our 4 1/4 by 9. This is going to be your belly band, okay, that you're going to put in your book or whatever. And what you're going to do is you're just going to bend this down. And you're going to just kind of use your bone folder on both sides, okay? Okay, so you folded it, okay? And then you're going to use your double-sided tape. And you're just going to put your tape here and here. And I'll just go ahead and do that. So a piece here. And then a piece here. Whoopsie. Okay. And that's it. Okay. Now your 4 1/4 by 8 inches, you're going to take and fold it and do the same thing. And you're going to put a piece of tape, double-sided tape, on this one piece. Okay. And that's it for that. Now I would just kind of take your bone folder and just make sure that that tape is nice and secure. Remember, the double-sided tape is not forgiving. Once you put it down, it's where it's going to be where it sticks. But okay, so this again, this is your 4 1/4 by 9, and you've scored it on a 1/2 inch on each side, and then you've put some tape, double-sided tape. And then on your 4 1/4 by 8, the only thing you've done is you put the tape here, okay? You folded it over. All right, now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take, you've got 5 4 1/4 by 4 1/4s. And what you're gonna do is, before you start, just take and fold these, because that gives it the movement. Okay. Let me just use my bone folder on each one, just to make sure that I've creased them. Okay, so now you've got this. Okay, that's gonna be how it rolls. Okay, so one at a time. You're gonna take and glue these to this. Okay? Start at the bottom, and we're gonna work our way up. Okay. Whoops, sorry. So take your first one and fold it like this, okay? And just kind of run your glue. Don't over glue it. What I do is I'm just gonna run my hand just to kind of, so it doesn't spread over these lines, okay? And you're just gonna glue it down, that's it. Okay, make sure it's nice and even, right? Should line up nicely. Okay, you're gonna go down to your next one. Just do the same thing. You don't have to do what I'm doing and rub it, but I do it. Okay. You can put a little bit more glue. You can. Not gonna hurt it. I just don't want it oozing outside of that little place that we have. You know, I want to make sure that it stays within here and here. So that's why I'm not over gluing it. And this is just the basics, right? You can take and decorate this as you please after, but I'm just trying to show y'all how to build this. After this, you know, depending on the theme of book that you're doing, that would depend on how you want to decorate this. Okay. Yep, 5. Okay, so you see they all kind of line up. And that's all, look, da-da-da-da-da. Now this has a white core, so you could distress this if you wanted, but that just depends on what you want to do. Okay, so you see you still have your little tab thing right there. All right, so that's it. That's this part of it. Okay, so then what you want to do, okay, put this to the side for a second. Your belly band, wherever you're gonna put your mechanism, right, is where you're gonna want to glue this to. So what I'm doing is for this one, I'm gonna put it right here. This would be my book, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I want it to fit it just right here. Okay, so if you had like a journal you were working on and wanted to put it in your journal, this would be the page to put it on. Okay, now one of the things that I started doing, and this just kind of helps, just start these off and just pull a little tab, okay, on both sides of these. Okay, so you can line this up where you want it to go, okay? Okay, so this is where I want it to be, right? And I'm just gonna hold it here. That's where I pulled the tape from, right? And this is where I want it. And look, you just pull the tape. And that's where you want it. It just helps line it up. Okay, you do the same thing for this one. You just kind of place it and just pull this little tape off. And there you go. It's exactly where I wanted it to be. Okay, so then the next thing you want to do is this 1 1/4 piece or 1 1/2 piece by 12. You're going to want to take this and just kind of pull it down to the bottom, and you just want to fold this over, okay, not too tight because you want this to move, so give it just a little bit, okay? You don't want it so tight that it's, see that moves fine. That's what you want. Okay, so now I'm going to use my bone folder and just sharpen these edges. Okay, and then you're going to glue this down. And that's your mechanism that's going to make it move. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is take and put this on, and what you're going to want to do is you want to line it up at the top, evenly at the top right here, right? And you're going to want to glue this down. Well, you've got your glue here, your double-sided tape. So again, I'm going to do that same thing. I'm just going to do this. And again, this just helps so much. I've just made a little pull tab. That's all I've done. I've exposed a little bit of the glue. What this does is it helps you line this up, because this glue is this tape is very unforgiving. Once it's down, it's down. So you see I've lined it up exactly where I want it, and I'm just going to take and hold it, and I'm going to pull this. And that's it. That's down. Okay. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to glue this bottom one. Just run a lot of glue there and glue it to right here. And what that's going to do is that's our mechanism to make this move. Okay, let's bring this back down. If I can get it, okay, I'm just going to run a little line of glue right here. And then we're going to glue this to the bottom of this. Let me just show you. You put that glue right there. Okay. And that's it. And you've just made a reverse waterfall. How cool is that? Isn't that awesome? There's your reverse waterfall. I hope this helps.